This is the Art Exchange, and I'm your host. IamBillyDee. Lovers come and then lovers go. That's what folks say. Don't they know?
Better know.
They're not there when you love me. Hold me and tell me.
In church then.
That what we have is much more than they can see. That's how you start a show.
That's how you take them to church.
A little bit of LTD, Love Ballad, Jeffrey Osborne.
Right.
Killing them.
Killing them.
Welcome to the Art Exchange. You're rocking with the Owl. It's your boy, Billy D. I am, in fact, Billy D. And today we have a special guest.
Damn right. KC
We still need to get that applaud sound effect.
Yeah,
that should be
it's
lit.
all good, yeah.
Give it up for my man,
Kevin
Kevin Celik, KC. You find him on Instagram at official Kevin Celik. Fuck with him. He's a dope artist, musician, vocalist, writer, engineer, entrepreneur,
Just keep going down
philanthropist, billionaire playboy.
Yo, that's a hell of an intro. I need to sample that.
Fuck with my man's right here.
That way.
We brought him in. He's got great music on the way. He's been doing great music. He has great stories. Let's get into it, brother. Tell us about yourself. Give us a little something.
Man, Kevin Celik, call me the sauce, man. 27 years old, man. Employers Good Music. You feel me? I'm an engineer for Good Music, one of the head engineers for Good Music at No Name Studios in North Hollywood.
Wow.
Also freelance too. You pretty much find me anywhere in LA, working with the dopest upcoming talent and established artists. You feel me? And legends alike. You get me? So that's a little bit about me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's dope, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's so interesting the fact that you are an artist who engineers.
Well, yeah.
For other artists.
Right.
That's so key and clutch because you have a great insight that other engineers or producers who engineer would never have.
Right.
The mindset of an artist, the approach of an artist, the desire of an artist, what an artist is thinking as he's standing there at the booth while the engineer's fiddling with something unnecessary.
Right.
You understand all of that.
Yeah.
Tell me how you approach dealing with those things, because as an artist who does a little bit of engineering, I always keep that in mind.
Of course.
And I really wish that producer engineers who don't often get on the mic,
right,
I wish they would consider what an artist actually goes through as he's standing there while they are, starting to pre-mix.
Yeah, right.
Tell me about it.
Well, it's like, being on both sides of the glass, you know what I mean? It's just really keeping the artist in their zone and not taking too long between like making like a new track, or like they're asking for like 2 or 3 extra tracks to do their doubles and their ad-libs, like, you know what I mean? They're in there, it's quiet inside the booth. It starts getting weird when you don't hear anything.
Yeah.
You start seeing people on the other side of the glass, they're talking or whatever. You don't know what the hell is going on. Yeah, it takes you out your vibe. So, having experience, like I said, on both sides, it made me a faster, more efficient engineer. You get me?
Yeah.
And what I do. So it's also difficult too, man. Being in these sessions, just because like I know how dope I am. I don't mean to toot my my horn, but it's like,
talk about that.
Yeah, like I really take a back seat with my own shit. Really,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
And I want to speak up, but I'm there to do my job. You get me?
Right.
So
and you have to keep that integrity of sticking to what you're there for, right?
Right. And it gets real difficult sometimes, man.
Yeah.
But I bite my tongue and I just do what I gotta do. You know what I mean? Make sure the artist has the best experience with me as possible.
Right. Sometimes, just being there is enough for the moment.
Right.
And that's setting up all of that, because the story is always better told.
Of course.
With those things in mind. This was a dude that stayed working on his job, his craft. He stayed in his lane, and you know what I'm saying, and blah 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 blah, and the story goes on. Rather than somebody who was in there on the low, like, yeah, I'm in here, but do you know what I could do?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yo, I know y'all working on your shit, but like, check me out though.
Man, you have no idea. The thought crosses my mind all the time, bro. All the time.
You be around motherfuckers that, could really make moves for you. and you're
I
there in
can't-
support of someone else.
Right.
You know what I'm
right.
saying? And you got this great music that you know will fucking kill 'em.
Yeah, man. Just
But
let me
you
play-
gotta
Yeah.
you gotta stick to what you're there for
Yeah.
and make this artist shine. It's also a humbling experience
I
as
was
well.
just about to say this. We're right out of my
Talk
mouth.
about that.
Yeah, being in the engineer position and the artist as well, but just being in the engineer position is like it really taught me to just like really keep myself at level. You know what I'm saying? And like be patient. My time will come.
Patience.
You know what I'm
Humility.
saying? Yeah,
Yeah.
really,
Big time.
really. And it's shown throughout this year too. You know what I mean? Just keep my mouth shut. You know what I mean? Not jumping the gun. You know,
Right.
it's shown through everything that's happened so far this year. It's been a crazy year.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, you know what? We're gonna talk about this year, but first we want to talk about some music.
Okay.
You just dropped something. We want to pull it up on the Instagram page. You got a joint out right now.
Yeah.
That's ringing off.
Yeah.
Introduce this to us. Tell
Well,
us
this
about
record
it.
It's actually called Zone. I dropped it about 2-3 months ago. It's with Wiz Khalifa's artist Raven Felix, Taylor Gang.
So the
Shout out.
joint is called Zone.
It's called Zone. Yeah,
Oh.
it's called Zone. And it's crazy the record came about, man. I was actually done with the session. I was gonna head home, but I was like, you know what, I want to get something for myself. You know, so I popped up on my email, found this beat from a producer by the name of Cormill, and loaded it up and just got to it. I was with Raven probably like 2 weeks after that. I had an open verse on it, and when I played it for her, she was like, "Yo, this is like who's on this?" Like I hear the open verse. Like I was like, "Well, I mean, you more than welcome to hop on if you want to hop on it." And so that's kind of how that happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Press play, and she was like, "Yeah, I got to mess with this joint."
That's
So,
love, man.
super love. Yeah.
And then I'll put it together. Can we play some of it?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, let's peep that.
Bright lights in the stars. I'm a star, yeah, I'm a star. I come alive when the moonlight hit. Got me in my zone, yeah, I'm in my zone right now. My zone right now, two up, two come back down. In my zone right now, my zone right now, two up, two come back down. Lifestyle fast, girls fast, cash, fake love never lasts. Gotta keep it moving, yeah. Fake friends, real enemies, tryna steal like ain't wanna see shine nowhere. Yeah, it's like Hollywood dreams, everybody want it. And for everybody tryna be somebody, you might get lost. So Hollywood demons, they scheming for the week. Hope you walk how you speak, cause the ticket ain't cheap. Bright lights in the stars. I'm a star, yeah, I'm a star. I come alive when the moonlight hit. Got me in
Yo, check it,
my
man.
zone, yeah, I'm in my zone right now.
You got to tell me about this year you're having right now.
Man,
You got to tell me about these influences and these vibes that you're catching because, you know, this year has been a crazy year for a lot of people.
Yeah.
A left field year, like shit can't come out of left field.
Right.
This year, in bad ways and in good ways and in
Right.
confusing ways. I mean, all kind of shit that you're dealing with. It's been wild. I know for me. Tell me about your year. Tell me about some of the
Hey.
things that you've predicaments and exploits and tell me about it, bro.
I mean, it's more on the upside of things actually. You know, musically. You know, I got the chance to work with 03 Greedo. We put a whole album together before he went in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, he's in it on a 20-year bid right now. So he booked a session with me. We literally got like 15 tracks done in one night. It was probably like 4 hours, and that was that. That was with
Wow.
Greedo. With the
I
shot.
was in there working.
Yeah, literally, like, not a minute was spent slacking off. It was just next record. Yeah, so that was definitely cool. I got a placement on his God Level project that he just put out. It's called Prayer for My Lost, and Rolling Stone actually highlighted that. You know what I mean? That was the only record that me and him did that made his project
Yeah.
that he put out. So that was, like, pretty cool. Aside from that, with Ashanti, we got...
Ashanti.
Yeah.
Oh, Ashanti.
Yeah,
Tell me.
I know that touches a special, you know what I'm
That
saying,
touches
place
a
in-
very
yeah,
special part
Yeah,
within me. Let's say.
right.
Let's say.
right.
You know. Tell your boy. Explain to me. Tell me about Ashanti and your experience.
Man, you know, she's dope. You know what I'm saying? You could definitely call her one of the homies. You know, she grew up with nothing but dudes, so she had just that homie vibe, that natural homie vibe. When
That's
she came
cool.
in, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if she ever see this, but she was like on some kind of like on some like pop like diva, like, you know what I'm saying. She came in with the head up. I mean, she can. That's, you know, who she is, who she
She's
is.
Ashanti.
You know, but
What's
when
that?
you know, once I got her laughing, it was like cool. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I had a vibe after that. So, she's definitely one of the more I can't say difficult, but like the way she works. I never sweat when I engineer, bro. I was sweating working with her.
Woo!
You get me? She put me to work. You
I
know?
can imagine that the temperature will be raised in a room where Ashanti is working.
That's obvious.
I can
Yeah.
imagine that the, shall we say, hormones within will be expressing themselves in special ways.
Yeah,
There may be blood flowing to places. Tell me
I plead
more
the
about
fifth,
this.
but
man.
you
Keep
know,
going.
I mean, she do come in looking right every time.
Oh my gosh.
You know, so I mean that makes the job a little easier to work through. You know, being up on natural stimulants.
Oh
You get me?
Lord.
But yeah, man, she's definitely dope. She's a workhorse. She'll go through 12 hours, not even complaining. She'll keep the same energy throughout them 12 hours working. Like she's
She's a professional, man.
Professional,
She's
you get
you
me?
know what? I mean, I think we have to acknowledge her as a legend because of what she did in the era that she did it
Right.
with the
right.
people that she did it with. There was no one else like them.
Nobody.
They made a mark that's indelible. So I think we do have to call her a legend.
Right.
If we haven't been calling
She's
her a
earned
legend
that. I mean,
already.
she's earned
I'm
that
just
title,
saying.
I think. You know.
Yeah.
So. For
So
sure,
shout out to you, Ashanti.
Yeah.
And
Shout out, sis.
you know, you've met my friend, and one day you'll meet me.
Yeah.
And we'll
That's
make
a
magic
fact.
together. And
You
I'm talking
damn
about
right.
the music. It's gonna be
Yeah. You
fantastic.
damn right.
You'll
you damn
see.
right.
I will astound you. The
Man.
owl. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yo, man. So look, let me ask you, man. I mean,
What's up?
tell me a little bit more about yourself. How do we get this? Like, what am I looking at when I'm looking at you? Tell me about your ethnicity, your background. Give
It's
us,
a great
give us
man.
something, man. Give us something.
Well, as far as my ethnicity goes, Filipino, Mexican, Turkish, and Armenian.
Swirl world.
Swell world, yeah. You ain't
Give
never
me that.
met
Give me that list again.
Filipino, Turkish, Armenian, and Mexican.
You are looking at the international player.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Got the best of every continent. You know what I'm saying?
Good God.
Put it all together, you get me.
Ain't he good?
You
No.
know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's what you get. You know, pops with my mom, and then did what they did, and okay, me. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's simplest way to put it.
Wow. That's dope,
Yeah.
man. That's dope.
Yeah,
I'm a father.
right.
You're in the father club.
Right.
Can we talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, man. You know, my son just turned 5. He's about to start kindergarten soon. You know what I'm saying? Actually, this week.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
You know,
So you're doing all of these things, grinding, following after your dream, making it so that the legends that you end up in the studio with shine even
right,
greater.
Right.
Putting your touch on those things, all the while
yeah.
raising a child
Yeah.
and owning up to your responsibility as a father.
Yeah.
I just want to commend you for that, my
Thank you,
brother.
brother.
Because
Appreciate you.
that's what I long to be like and do with my own son. And so, does your boy like Marvel films?
He actually does. He's a big fan of the Hulk, for sure. Like that's like his like go-to guy is Hulk. Like
Yeah.
Iron Man too. You know what I mean? So
How do you feel personally about the Marvel films?
I love him. I
You
love
love
him. I watched Infinity War like damn near 20, 30 times already.
The one that
It's
just
up
came
there.
out?
Yeah, it's up there.
Yo, man, I mean, real
It's up
talk,
there.
I seen it one time.
Yeah.
I love Marvel films. I've only seen it one time. I plan on seeing it again, of course. I'm not in a rush.
Right.
But it struck me very strangely when I first watched it, right? Because here you have Thanos, who are you familiar with the comic book Infinity Gauntlet story?
yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Thanos' motivation is completely different
Right.
in the comic books than it is in the movie.
Right.
Thanos' motivation is purely this egotistical, I want to please this bitch that I like.
Right, Death.
Her name happens
Death.
to be Lady Death.
Right.
But, at the end of the day, it's just a dude trying to impress his bitch that he likes. You know what I'm saying? And so
Right.
he thought because Lady Death is who she is, if I kill a bunch of motherfuckers, she'll fuck with me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And she was very cold to him. And he's like, damn, man, fuck this bullshit, man. Let me get all the power in the world so I could show her I could be a super destructive force that nobody could fuck with. I could kill everybody. Then she'll fuck with me.
Right.
So he sets out on this path to go get the Infinity Gauntlet, puts
Right.
it all together, says, yo,
Yeah.
bitch, I'm about to shine on you right now.
Yeah.
Fuck with your boy. Bam, he does the snap. And then, you know what I'm saying, half of all life dies or something
Right,
like that.
right, right.
And then that's when Doctor Strange is like, oh, he's like bugging because he's feeling the vibrations. Like, and the story goes on from there. In the movie, Thanos is bugging because he comes from a planet where overpopulation and all kind of stuff that comes with that began to ruin their population and ultimately led to their destruction.
Right.
So he said, well, see, if we would have just cut our population in half, we could have lived in a utopia.
Right. Right.
As a matter of fact, if all the universe would do that, everyone will live happily ever after.
Right.
So I'm about to go out and figure out how to make this happen.
Right.
So that's when he starts to try to get control of time, space, and reality, and
he does
soul and all of that.
Yeah,
right?
he does it. Yeah.
What did that bother you at all? That difference in motivations?
Not necessarily. Just like I was just in awe of everything they had on the screen. I was like, you know, what I
You
mean?
just
The
caught
whole
up in
time,
the
I was just like,
in the colors and the
yeah, you know
yo,
what
it
I'm
was a
saying?
beautifully. Oh
Like,
my gosh, that
they always get
everything
it
that
right.
they do is beautiful.
They always get it right. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It's compared to DC, like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it was just something.
It's also funny to me that this guy Thanos becomes almost the protagonist. Like, he's the hero of the film.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
In a way,
In
yeah.
a way, because I mean, think about it. He's the one that sticks to his guns.
Right.
He's the one that's kind of really sure about what he's here to do.
Right.
He has a motivation that you could kind of understand.
Right.
Like, if your goal is to ultimately make life beautiful for everyone in everywhere, but you have to cut off half of the people in order to do that. From a pragmatic standpoint, you might stand back and say, I could kind of see, like, if there was less motherfuckers on the 405.
Right. You can't really
know what
hate
I'm
the
saying?
guy. You know what I'm saying?
If like there was less motherfuckers on the 10,
Right.
I'd be able to swerve through, you know what I'm saying? I might
Yeah.
have, you know what I'm saying? I might have a bitch in 2 towns. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
But, you know, all that gas and traffic and shit, you know? Thanos, hook
Right.
a nigga up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then motherfucker snap, and it's you that go,
that's
oh,
it.
shit, not
yeah.
me, though. Oh.
Yeah, you go.
You know what I'm saying? You be like Samuel
Bye-bye.
L. at the end of the
Yeah,
movie.
motherfucker. Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, man. So,
Hey.
so that whole motivation bothered me because I know about this other thing. You heard of this other thing? Let me tell you about this other thing. We're
Bring
talking
me
about
up to
other
speed.
things with my man, official Kevin Celik.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Can we do like that should be like little something at the bottom when I say his name. Something should pop out right there. Anyway,
Other things, yeah.
so the Georgia Guidestones. You ever heard of the Georgia
I have.
Guidestones?
Yeah.
You
Done
want
my
to talk
research. I
about it?
done
You want to
my-
talk about it a little bit?
Yeah, I'll let you lead the point on that.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying? I like your
the
points
major
and
point I'm
things.
getting
Yeah.
at
Go
is
ahead.
the Georgia Guidestones is this structure that kind of resembles like Stonehenge,
Right.
and it's got like this almost like a Ten Commandments list
Yeah,
of
yeah.
things, right?
Yeah, how things
that
should be.
some group wants for the world. I forget the name of the group. And one of their standpoints is we need to cut the world down to like 500 million. Understand? Like the world is at like 7 billion right now.
Yeah, it's up there.
They talking about 500 million. I mean, did I read that wrong? Please, somebody tell me it's more. But either way, what? It might even be less. I mean, yo, man. Either way, they want a lot of motherfuckers to die.
Right.
That's a lot of motherfuckers.
That's a lot
They
of
gotta go.
motherfuckers. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's what we gotta do in order to have a utopia on this world. Whose utopia will it be, though? You know what I'm
That
saying?
part,
Like,
yeah.
so that's Thanos, if you ask me, though.
That's what it sounds
That's
like.
a group of people that's on that bullshit. So now let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
That's
These
the way.
motherfuckers got a lot of money and influence. These people can erect a structure that nobody knows who paid for it. Nobody knows why it's there.
Just
And if you
pop
try
up.
to go fuck with it, them boys will run up on you.
Right.
So it kind of makes me feel like they have a hand in the movies that we watch sometimes, with the messages that come across as far as agenda, as far as, you know what I'm saying, what they want us to be on and what they want us to be thinking and accepting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now we get we go from a guy in the comic books who's, you know what I'm saying, on some nigga shit. Let me, you know what I'm saying, what I gotta do to prove to you, bitch, that I love you. You know what I'm saying? Every night I got to go out and prove my love to you. You know what I'm saying? And so that's on some nigga shit. He's like, man, I want this girl. She not feeling me. Let me get fly so I could do what I got to do so I could win her over. And these people right here, they trying to stop me. I'm about to fuck them up real quick.
Right.
And then I'm going to get back to my bag because, you know, that's what it's all about.
Of course.
Takes him from being that dude and actually lightens him up in the movie.
Yeah.
So maybe they was putting more, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he not on the nigga shit no more.
Right.
He on that European shit. I don't know. I'm just saying. You know
that's
what I'm
that
saying?
Disney twist, though.
That's that Disney twist. Absolutely. They depigmented him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They lightened him up, Jack.
Right.
And made him look like what's the actor's name? He just played Cable in Deadpool.
I know exactly.
Josh Brolin.
Yes.
Got him looking like Josh Brolin. Josh Brolin is like the dude right now. Like he's Cable, which was a dope ass character.
Hell yeah.
And he's Thanos, which is a dope ass character. But yeah, man, I just think, you know what I'm saying, like I see too much correlation between themes of depopulation and knowing what these people, you know, put in food and put in the air and you know what I'm saying? All of these things. And I just think that sometimes those messages come out through the films that we watch. And I just, you know, I always try to alert people like, yo, are you watching for this type of shit?
Stay woke.
Stay woke, right?
Right.
So when it comes to your music, what kind of message do you want to come across just to bring everything back around?
I mean, really my music is just more like, I want my music to have substance, really. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of my songs always have like underlying messages about like, you know, stay strong on your own. You know what I mean? You only got yourself. Type, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's really the message I try to distribute to the world when they listen to my stuff. I mean, it's really like universal though, because I do a little bit of everything. You know what I mean? I got my shit for the bitches. I got my shit for people that actually listen to the music and they want to hear something. You know what I mean? So I can't really say like I have an actual like theme to my music, really.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just making good music.
Right.
You know.
Well, what you on right now? You know, you telling us you got a record that's coming.
Right. I got
that you're getting ready to drop.
Right.
Give us the date.
Wednesday.
What's the date?
August 8th.
August 8th.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, it's going down August 8th. What's the name of the record? Tell us about the record.
Solo featuring my brother Stupid Young out of Long Beach.
Solo featuring Stupid Young.
Yes,
that's
sir. Yeah, Stupid
That's
Young.
That's a dope name, Stupid Young. Shout out Stupid Young.
If you ain't familiar with Stupid Young, he's leading the Asian forefront of rap music right now. He got a record out with Mozzie called Mando, just hit 10 million views.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So he moving. Yeah.
Hey, shout out.
Stupid Young, man.
Salute.
I see you brother officials. You know. In fact, he called me right now too. I gotta return that call.
Man, tell him I said what's up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
no doubt, man.
Yeah.
So we looking forward to that.
That's dropping through Empire actually.
Okay.
Yeah. So a lot of people don't know that. It's a single distribution through Empire. My first actual major distribution on the song.
Yo, man, we bruh.
Thank you, man.
You doing it, man. You doing it,
man.
bro.
That's what I'm saying. The year's been, kind of crazy.
One small step for man.
Yeah.
One small, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bro,
it's major,
I'm
major
rooting
shit
for you, man.
We
need to root for this dude, man. We need to fuck with his music. We need to go to his Instagram. We need to get on his SoundCloud. We need to get on the YouTube.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? The joint that you drop on Wednesday is going to be on Spotify. It's called
Everything, the work, Solo.
Called Solo featuring Stupid Young. That's KC. It's Kevin Celik.
Kevin Celik.
It's called Solo featuring Stupid Young. It's dropping. It's gonna be everywhere. Fuck with your boy. Hey, and thanks for rocking with your boy here.
Right.
At the Art Exchange. And before we go, we just want to give mention to the video that just dropped. My guy, Mr. Nicholas Rose, dropped a new video. You know what I'm saying? And it's going down. We're gonna, you know what I'm saying, give you a little peek at it, but go check it out. It's on the Maker's YouTube page. It just dropped. It's fresh. It's lit. Fuck with it. It's on. Your boy the Owl. I am Billy D signing out. Scooby.